From the very first moments, the tension is unmistakable. A quiet UK neighborhood, a lone parked car, and a caller convinced something suspicious is unfolding. As the officer approaches, the air thickens. He's cautious, controlled, and clearly responding to a concerned resident, but the man in the vehicle isn't having it. Calm, firm, and unshaken, he immediately asserts his rights. No ID. No explanations. No compliance without cause. And right here, in this opening exchange, the battle lines are drawn. Suspicion versus rights. Police procedure versus individual freedom. The officer insists he's simply checking things out. The man insists he's done nothing wrong. This is the moment that sets the stage for everything that follows. A simple welfare check that's about to evolve into a high-tension standoff over boundaries, authority, and the law.
I'm Corporal Watt with the Millsboro Police Department. The reason why we're making contact, some lady came out to report that you've been sitting out here for over 4 hours.
Okay.
And we're just trying to find out what the deal is, what's going on.
I'm sitting here minding my business, not doing anything.
You got any credentials?
I'm not going to provide that, just because of a call. Brown v. Texas.
You told her that you're a correct?
Yeah, that's what I told her.
Okay. Do you have any credentials?
Yeah, but I don't want to provide that right now.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
Because it's optional, and I just don't want to provide it right now.
What's that?
Because it's optional.
If you're you have to provide credentials to what you're going on, and you have to report it to the dispatch center that you're out here.
No, but I didn't tell you that I was. Told her I was. I'm not telling you that I'm one.
Well, this is private property, you know.
What is private property?
What is private property?
This roadway here?
This road is private property.
How is this road private property?
Because it is. It's a development. It's run by the HOA.
Where's the signs that says private property? There's no signs that says trespassing there. There's a public street, and there's no signs that says private parking there or private property. There's absolutely no signs. There's none.
There actually is, probably out in the main entrance.
Where?
So I actually know where the HOA person lives.
Well, over there is probably private property, but not here.
This is a private property road.
This is not a private property road. This
sir.
is accessible from the public. That's a public street there.
It might be accessed from the public, but this is private property.
Well, no one asked me.
This is an HOA run development.
No one asked me to leave. Hey, can I have your name, please?
It's Officer Shockley.
Officer Shockley and Officer Bullock.
Oh, can I get a badge number?
1098.
Can I get a badge number?
1082.
1082, okay. Yeah. So even if it's private property, the owner has to ask me to leave, and this is a public street. Okay. I already did a GIS survey. I already did it.
Investigator, we can also remain out here until you're completed your investigation. So
it's a free country. I mean,
you're right.
Of course. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm not gonna.
What she's worried about, she has a child that's out here, and people abduct kids.
But did she accuse me
about that?
Did she accuse me of abducting anyone?
No, but she's worried about it. It's a safety.
This clip opens with pressure, pure, steady pressure. The officer wants ID. The man stands his ground. Every question becomes a chess move. Every refusal tightens the atmosphere. The officer tries a different angle now, running plates, identifying the car, verifying whether the man belongs in this area. But the subject pushes back, sharply, questioning the legitimacy of the stop and the intentions behind it. He points out that waiting in his car is not illegal and reminds the officer of his Fourth Amendment rights. The conversation grows sharper. Words become weapons. Both sides fight to maintain control of a situation neither wants to let escalate. And yet, you can feel it building.
I'm worried about a lot of things too, but I don't be calling the cops on people for every little issue. If there's no crime, unless there's a crime, right?
You're right. Yeah.
Well, your tag doesn't come back to anything, so I'm going to be running everything else.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what are you investigating?
Huh?
What are you investigating? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just don't like to identify just because someone calls. You understand that? I just don't like to identify just because someone called. Brown v. Texas State, absent RAS. There's no probable cause for you guys to get my information. And that's the reason why I don't want to call. I know he's going to probably want some retribution because I know my rights. But I'm not asking that lady to identify. I gave her a courtesy of telling her what I'm doing here when she approached me. And I thought that was the end of it, but apparently not. I didn't have to. I could have stayed silent and not say a single word. Right? And it's my right not to identify.
Why she's concerned?
I have a lot of concerns too, but if I'm not breaking the law, right? Should I identify? Should I just give up my Fourth Amendment rights?
Well, no one's asked you for your information.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
That officer did.
Well, you don't have to give it to him.
I know, but you heard what he said just now.
What?
I have your tags. I'm going to run your information. I'm going to run everything. Just because they invoked my rights. You think that's fair? I'm not doing anything
you're parked
wrong.
on a public street.
Yeah. A lot of people parked in a public street. That car's parked in a public street.
So, you're right. It's a public roadway. So you can park here. We're more concerned about what's going on.
Yeah, but I dispelled your fears.
Yeah,
I said
you're right. Okay.
what I'm doing. You guys have the tags, so no, you know, right? And not a single person reported a crime. They're just a suspicious car. Suspicion is not a felony or a misdemeanor.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
That's why we made contact with you.
Exactly. And I'm talking to you, right? I didn't have to say a word. I could have just stayed silent the entire time, but I'm not that type of rude person who just doesn't say anything. We're all humans, right? So I prefer to just communicate a little bit, but I'm not.
Now the tone shifts. The officer realizes he's towing a very fine line, and he reins himself in, carefully, deliberately. He acknowledges the man's rights. He clarifies the boundaries of the law. He explains when an HOA sign matters, and when it doesn't. This is the calm before the storm. Both sides are trying to keep the peace, but neither wants to give the other an inch. The officer promises to check the details and leave if nothing is wrong. The man prepares to drive away but keeps the camera rolling. Just in case, it's a delicate dance of law, ego, and caution, and you can feel the situation balancing on a razor's edge.
I'm gonna give up my rights just because of her fears. At no point in time did I trespass on anyone's property. I stayed in my car. This is the safest place I can be.
Yeah, and I told you why we made contact with you.
I heard you.
Okay.
I heard you.
So,
yeah. But
do you have any questions?
yeah, am I gonna be is there gonna be some sort of retribution just because they invoked my rights by this guy here? I understand. You sound reasonable. You sound like a professional, honestly. There are not too many cops who are professional like you and level-headed.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You're right. It seems like you know your laws.
Yeah, I'm very much aware of all of them, yeah.
But no. We're good to go as long as you don't have any more questions.
Yeah. And you can be very fair. I'm not disrespectful to either of you. I just want to invoke my rights and be left alone because I will try to tell people, okay? If in my neighborhood someone parks a car, they're there for several hours, of course I'd be concerned, right?
Yeah.
But what I would do is just document their license plate number, take a picture of the car, but I'm not going to call the cops on someone for no reason.
Yeah.
You know, if I see them trying to sneak into someone's property, well, that's a different story, right? But someone just sitting in their cars, you know, I got to understand their fears can't trump people's rights, you know, to just be here on a public street.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I wouldn't do that to your son. I mean, I'm just assuming you have a son or whatever. No matter what color they are, I wouldn't do it. And maybe that's something that people need to be aware of, you know?
Yeah, but you have to understand the day and time we're in.
Listen, it's always been danger from way back then to now. We're in the safest times we've ever been in right now with level of security that we have. Okay,
Yeah.
Things were worse back then. We have a lot of security. There are cameras everywhere. The minute you call a cop,
That
they're here.
doesn't mean things don't happen.
No, things do happen. Don't get me wrong. But nothing is happening here. Right? And things happen everywhere. So we can't be calling you guys for every single little thing. Imagine if everyone did that. You guys would be stretched thin. Right? From one call to the next. To the next, to the next, to the next. Imagine that.
This is where the human element hits the spotlight. Concerned resident approaches, and her voice shakes with anxiety. Her children are frightened. A strange car has been sitting here for hours. She wants answers. She wants safety. But the man in the car refuses to take blame for a feeling, because feelings aren't laws. The officer becomes the mediator, walking a tightrope between logic and fear. He tells the resident she can document plates next time, tells the man he has every right to be where he is. Two worlds collide, a parent's instinct to protect, and a citizen's right to travel, sit, or exist without harassment. This conflict sets the emotional core of the video, fear versus freedom.
We gotta be rational and think about when we call the cops, man, instead of wasting resources like this. Say, ma'am, hey, do you have the license plate number? We have the tags, and we'll send an officer just to drive by and observe. And I think that's how it should be.
Yep. Okay.
I mean,
Well,
I hope you agree and understand where I'm coming from.
yeah, I hear you. But I'm gonna get out of here. Okay.
I appreciate you, man. All right, do you have a card? Can I get a incident, the card number? I want to request that 911 call and hear exactly what that person said.
So they came to our police department.
Oh, they actually came all the way there?
Yeah.
Well, the incident number then, so I can...
Let me go get it for him.
Thank you. All right. 24. All right, thanks for your professionalism. I'm surprised she actually went to you guys, because normally I never tell them what I'm doing. I gave her that courtesy and she still went. So you see the reason why I don't talk to them? I don't tell anyone why I'm here. They still call the cops regardless. It's a waste of time. So.
All right. Well, you have a good one.
You too, man.
This is a lot of attention in front of my house. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just wondering why all this attention in front of my house. I don't feel...
I gave you the courtesy by telling you what I was doing here to dispel any fears, and yet you still went and called the cops on me.
Not
I'm
me.
on a... You just said you went there. You're the only person who I told what I was doing, so it is you.
No, I told my neighbors that that's why you were here, because we've all talked.
Well, I'm not doing anything illegal, and I didn't even have to tell you what I was doing. I could have stayed quiet, left my windows up, and not said a word to you. But I chose to be respectful to you, because I saw you had a kid, let you know why I was here, but still they called the cops on me. This is the reason why I never tell anyone what I'm doing.
I can't speak for what other people do. I wasn't even home. I left and I'm here, and then I got two cop cars in front of my house.
Domino effect. You told someone and someone went and reported.
The conversation now turns technical and dangerously confrontational. Trespass, authority, removal procedures, the power to order someone off property. The officer tries to explain the law step by step, first a warning, then a chance to leave, and only then, escalation. But the man fires back, questioning every hypothetical, every what if, every implied threat. His voice grows sharper, pushing the officer to define exactly how far the law goes, and how far the officer is willing to push him. The atmosphere thickens. This isn't just disagreement, it's a legal standoff wrapped in rising frustration.
So,
That's what a neighborhood does. We take care of each other. Who's
well, you could say, well, here, he's here for a good reason. At least that's what he said. Let's just take a picture of his car.
We got little girls, we got kids. And
I got kids in my neighborhood too, and I don't call the cops on people who park there. And you know what I do? I take note of the car, take a picture and document the license plate number, and a watch.
Yeah.
There's no crime until there's a crime.
So what you'll need to do, and here's the problem. This is a private roadway, but the only thing is what he's saying. If the HOA has signs up saying that it's private property,
Yeah.
or soliciting, we actually, if we had that up there and signs were on there, we could actually pull them out of the car and lock them up. Some of the trucks out.
They can't do that. You'd have to give me the opportunity to leave.
We don't have the signs up there. There's nothing that we can do to take action right now.
Mom,
Right
let me
now,
tell you how trespassing works. You'd have to give me the opportunity to leave, okay?
Exactly.
And he said he would pull me out the car. You see what?
No, I exactly said.
see what
We would have
happens?
to give you the chance to leave.
You see what happened? No, he didn't. What was his words exactly? We could have pulled him out of the car.
Let me.
But I'm just saying, you see why you don't call cops?
Find out what's
Because
going on and why
ignorance
you're
is
here,
bliss, and people like this cause harm to innocent people like me who are doing nothing wrong by pulling me out. And I will sue their department from now till to the end of time, okay? Especially him.
I misstated the term, okay? What I said, we would make contact with you, okay? And then if you refused to leave, then we would take action.
That is the correct procedure right there, not yank me out of the car.
I'm sorry.
All right? There's a proper procedure. I'm very well aware of all the procedures, okay? So that's why certain things can't fly by me. I know my rights.
I just want my daughter to come outside and feel safe in our front yard. That's all I'm asking of you right now. That's the only thing I'm asking, is for her to be, this is where they play. There's all this street here. I'm just, will you please, with all the courtesy, just move there and you can.
And then what? Have that neighbor call when I'm right down here and you're aware of what I'm doing?
But nobody's outside over there.
What difference would it make if I park on the other side of the street opposite your house? How does that make you feel safer?
And here we reach the climax, the exact moment when everything almost explodes. The man accuses an officer of threatening to drag him from his car. The officer denies it. The argument spirals. Voices overlap. Accusations fly. A second officer steps in, neighbor jumps back in. Everyone talks, no one backs down. This is the collision of rights, fear, ego, and authority, all happening at once. The man demands a supervisor. Officers give their names, badge numbers, and incident details. He warns of legal action. The neighbors look rattled. The officers retreat with caution. And just like that, the scene ends, but the tension, the questions, the doubt, they linger long after the final frame. Oh, don't forget, support the channel by subscribing, like the video, and leave a comment to reach more people, and remember, always record the police.
Can you just explain that to me?
My kid doesn't want to come out. I talked to her about stuff, and it's just...
Mom, please teach your daughter the law and people's rights and tell them I'm not here to cause them any harm, okay?
It's not.
I didn't even want to...
We don't know that.
We
We don't know who you are.
You know,
I don't know who she is. What if she has a body in her basement right now? Do you know that?
No.
Okay, I don't know that.
Listen to me as a mom. You see, you're.
I'm a father, okay?
Well then, or
So,
as a father, listen to me as a mom speak. I'm a mom, is what I'm saying. I know what you are.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, my child came home, and she's got 2 police cars. She's asking me who the car is. She heard me ask you who you were. You said who you were. I've got neighbors calling me, asking me who's that in front of your house, so they think it's me. And I calm them by saying what it was. Well, nobody wants the girls to come outside and play because of all the wrong in the world. Not saying that you're doing it, but we'd be dumb if we just sent our daughters out here all willy-nilly to be snatched in a car. So now my daughter is nervous to come outside. That's all I'm standing here saying to you now, because you're parked here.
Sure.
And that's abnormal for this neighborhood.
It's abnormal for a car to be parked with someone just sitting in a car.
Yes.
Let me ask you.
For 3 hours, yes.
All right, let me ask you a question now.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you a question now. You know what the Bill of Rights is?
I know exactly what it is.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe you should teach your daughters about the Bill of Rights and people's right to do this, okay? And not only that, hold on. The cops came. Whoever called the cops, they came. Would she feel safer now that they came, they made contact, and they're about to leave, and I'm still here?
No, she's
Why wouldn't she feel safer?
Feel uncomfortable because there's a man she doesn't know, as far as she's concerned, just sitting in the car for nothing.
You know why that logic doesn't work? Because a lot of cars drive through here.
Then just sit there. I'll call them and tell them you're watching it, and then they won't do anything, so it'll be a waste of everybody.
I'm not watching at your kids. Are you serious?